What's up, everybody? You know what's going on when I pull the camera out and I get on the comfy couch. It is about that time. Yes, it is. I normally do not date what I do here because I want you guys to think it's kind of an evergreen production. But you know what? It is the last of 2024. So therefore, this is like a special end of the year going into the brand new year kind of segment. My name is DJ Rick, and I'm the host of National Sex Day. We are the only sex holiday on record, and we're also on calendar. We started over 2.5 years ago, going to our third year, and it's because of people like you watching our productions that makes us very successful. And going into the next year, we're going to take it by storm. So keep looking for us. Come to the website sexdays.org. We are responsible for National Sex Day, Anal Sex Day, Oral Sex Day, Swingers Day, Strippers Day, and a few others that are going to be coming out next year. Going to keep you on the surprise for that because in February, we're going to make the big announcement that we came up with another adult holiday. Stay tuned. Check us out on our platforms. We're going to also be on, I forgot. I've been drinking. I'm lying, y'all. I'm saying it because New Year's right around the corner. But anyway, check out our channel on YouTube. You can find every episode that is there. And we're also on XBiz TV. And we're tearing that place apart. We're on Twitter. Follow our Twitter handle there. Follow us on FetLife and also Blue Sky. Yes, the skies are very blue and very bright in Texas. And speaking of bright and bright-eyed, I have myself a mother of pearl right here. Just like I plucked her from the ocean. This mermaid has got a hell of a tail fin. I want you to know that. And she is what's known as a fresh catch. Yes, right, man. I put my net out there, went into the ocean, and popped up a lovely one with the hell of a dorsal fin. You'll be checking it out later. Who are you, sweetheart? What's your name, and what do you do?
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me on. I am glad to tap off the 2024 year for you. I know it's been a banging year for you guys, and I'm glad that we can even kick it out with a bang, if you will. Anyway, I am Lauren Smith, and I do OnlyFans and Fansly and all that fun adult stuff. But I came by way of swinging, right? And so it's all about sexuality and exploring all of that, and that's kind of what brought me to it. It's fun, it's passion, and yeah, so that's kind of a little bit about me to start off.
And see, that's not bad. I'm telling you, she's got the best of both worlds, man. She's like a triple threat. You know, she does the porn, she does the content creation, you know, swinging lifestyle. And you know what? I've got to say this because the people who are involved in swinging, the people we've interviewed, talked to, stuff like that, it seems more mainstream and more acceptable. It's not the biggest taboo like it used to be about 10, 15 years ago. It's even Hollywood mainstream. So, you know, it's kind of, the big wave is kind of there. And when it's mentioned, it's not frowned upon. But it seems like more people are more curious about that. They were curious before, but now they're like, you know, we're going to kind of open up and be a part of that. So we have the Swingers Holiday because that started here in Texas 1 year ago, not 2 years ago like everything else did. So, you know, people in lifestyle, check it out. You have a holiday to celebrate. And it's in the middle of summer, July 20th.
Ooh, that's perfect. Nice and hot and steamy.
Nice, hot, steamy. Kids are out of school. They're at grandma's on vacation or at camp. And grown folks will be doing what grown folks do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, so I had to strategically put those in there. I didn't know if she knew that or not, but now she knows what day to celebrate this holiday.
And now I know what I'm doing on July 20th.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we're planning on having a big event that day in town. So.
Oh, perfect.
We're planning on it,
well,
so.
You let me know, and I'll have it on the calendar.
I don't know. It might be something you might not be interested in. I don't know.
Maybe not. No. It might be too much for me.
It might be too little is what I'm scared about.
Oh, fair.
Yes.
I'll bring the party. I usually do.
She brings the party, okay? When I first met her at the expo where I saw her, she brought the party with her. I'm going to give you credit for that.
Sure.
You really did. And the party never stopped either. When you let everybody say, who's that masked woman?
Everyone loves the mask, and that's part of my persona.
I noticed it's got ears on. I did not see that. I just thought it was a regular mask.
Mm-hmm.
See,
it's a little kitty cat, if you will.
Did you customize it?
No, actually, and I can't remember where I got it from. Probably Amazon or something along those lines. But it was it's cute and recognizable, and why not?
She forgot where she got it from. That means two things. Number one, okay, she really forgot about it because she don't want y'all to know where she got it. Or number two, her memory is fading at an early age.
It could be a little bit of both, but I don't gatekeep. So if I do find it, I will send you the link, and then that way you can include it for everybody.
No, because they will not pay me for it. See,
Well,
they can't
okay.
be on my production list. They pay me
Oh,
something.
okay. Well, my bad. Well, then I'll send it to you so that way you can have one for your collection.
Oh,
You know he has some. But
Well,
it's one of those side projects.
I do have a mask or two because of the COVID crisis. And
Fair.
you know what? The coolest thing is I could walk into a bank with a mask and have my side piece because I'm right to carry card. And they call me sir. Man, yeah, give me that mask. I'm going to walk in with this mask at my local bank. If y'all be reading about me, it's because of her and this getup right here that she's making me wear.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, you heard it here then first.
And she's kind of bossy too. You know, I could believe maybe, you know, like she's a military person, but we're not getting into that whatsoever. Heck no.
You can check out my stuff.
Salute the military people, okay? Because I know one thing for sure. A woman like this can make your privates stand at attention.
Yes. And many more things.
I'm going to like this. We're just getting into the thick of it, people. Get into the thick
Yes.
of it. So, what made you do content? Like, some people started off doing personal stuff, and then they're kind of looked at it and say, "Heck, I can make money on it." Some are like, "Just a step before you do harder stuff like porn," or somewhere in the middle.
Well, so like I mentioned already before, my husband and I have been in the swinging lifestyle, and we've probably been in, I want to say it's been close to 15 years now.
Okay.
So, we started off on the days where you go on to Craigslist. They don't have that anymore, and you find folks on the Craigslist. But there is more websites out there, FitLife, SDC, X, Y, and Z, right? So as we just kind of have been exploring it, sometimes our work took us apart from each other, so we would capture via videos or pictures so we could share later on, right? Whenever we
Okay.
were back together. And that was something that we did for many years between us. Probably about 2 years ago, I was just kind of in a slump, a personal slump of mine. And I was like, hey, I just, not feeling sexy or whatever the case is, right? And my husband just, I appreciate you.
Not feeling sexy.
My husband suggested, hey, why don't we just post a couple pictures on Reddit and see what kind of reception you get, right? And so,
There you go.
I love, I'm an exhibitionist, if you will. I love being watched or whatever the case is. And so took that recommendation and put some stuff up there. Got nothing but great things. And then so the one thing led to another. And so we started doing OnlyFans and Fansly and all that fun stuff. And yeah, it's a passion project. It's not something that I'm trying to get rich off of. Although the money, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it's fun. It's passion, and I love doing it.
Well, the one thing about that, actually two things really. Number one, it's a passion where you say, if I get more successful, cool. If not, I'm happy where I am.
Yes.
And number two, that is a stepping stone to the bigger stuff, if you so desire. And I know people who are in their lane, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
I learned at some of the places I've went to for the adult expos that there is a difference of content creator and there's a difference of porn star. And two people who are best friends, they don't cross the lines. One's like, I am a porn star. She said, well, I am a content creator. And we don't do the other. Mm-hmm. And some people don't. And there's a difference, people. Kind of like a squid and an octopus. They kind of right there, but there is a little bit of a variance. So I just want to point that out because people consider them the same thing. There is a difference.
Yeah, I can see that, but I can also see your point of doing the content creation going into being a porn star,
Yep.
or if you started as a content creator and then you dip your toes into being a porn star. I'm not saying that I'm not trying to, because I think that would be awesome and it would be pretty interesting to do. But I don't know if I would lose my content creation side if I become a porn star.
Point. That's the thing, it's a gamble. Mm-hmm. You really don't know. And sometimes people have crossed over and done that and or both.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not saying you can't do both. I'm just telling you there's a difference of how it's done.
Yeah, and I'm sure some management companies or whatever, once you get into that porn star status or whatever, there's probably rules and contracts and all that fun stuff.
Oh, it's certain paperwork, yeah.
Yeah.
But I know from being a vanilla actor that you can still kind of do both. My agent told me at the time when I was doing the stuff I was doing on regular TV, she said, I will find you stuff and you're going to find stuff.
Okay.
So you're going to be your own agent in a sense. And I tell people, be your own agent with help from other people. However, whatever you find, if they find out, they want their 10%. And
sure.
that was the thing. I swear, I had an agent that called me, and I was doing a show that I found, and she's like, well, I recommended you for the show like 3 days later. I said, I'm already on that set. She goes, oh, I get my 10%, right? I'm like, damn, she found it. Well, it's not a big amount of money, but still, the principle is I found it first.
Sure.
You know, if I find things and she doesn't know about it, and they're not trying to know about it, I'm saying you will find that work on your own. That's all yours. With the bigger contracts come in, that's what they're looking for.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the more you do, the more your name is out there. So
yeah, and that's kind of where I think if you start off as a content creator, you kind of learn, you've built your own brand, you're out there reaching, making those connections, networking, or whatever the case may be. So that way, when you do come to those situations, you kind of are more experienced with it, and so you know
absolutely
how to navigate through those sort of things.
So is your partner like your main person you film with, or do you have other people that join you?
Other people join me. So
Well, because some do, some don't.
yeah, so my husband does film with me from time to time, but I do a lot of collabs. Sometimes they're not creators. Obviously, those comes with their own sort of circumstances, you know, paperwork and all that stuff. And so folks have to be consenting to do it, right? And and that's kind of where the swinging comes in to play, right? Because, you know, you kind of feel out, and sometimes people give you vibes, and you're like, thanks, but no thanks. And you have to, and especially being a woman in the sphere, even if you're, you know, even meeting normal people in the vanilla lifestyle, you gotta be able to stand up for yourself and have boundaries and not be afraid to say no.
Exactly. This platform that we were at, the Southern Pleasures Exposure, it was the largest one in the South. So we haven't had that since Exotica came years ago and had a big protest. It's too long to get into people, but I'm going to tell you, looking in this camera, okay, when they came to Dallas, other people made it bad for the people going in. So as a radio personality, we were asking Exotica to talk about it. Like, what's your side of the story? They never came. We gave them a free, open platform. Say what you have to say about the situation. They never came. Henceforth, years later, we opened up Southern Pleasures and didn't have any incidents. Not a protest. Nobody holding signs. Nobody throwing rocks. No one giving us bad emails. It was not that. I guess more people are more accepting now. But that was the largest one in the South. I want you to know you were there and being a part of that.
Oh, fantastic.
Absolutely. They had a hell of a time the first time they came. Dallas is a good market.
Yes.
Dallas is actually more liberal and open than Fort Worth. They figured they'd go there, it'd be okay. No, it was not good.
Oh, no.
It was horrible. And it made the mainstream news. And what I was told, don't hold me to this, is that they sued the city of Dallas and they won.
Who did?
Exotica.
Exotica did. Okay.
Yep.
You get me confused with the Pleasure Expo.
No,
Excuse me.
because the Pleasure Expo, you know, they're not Exotica. What I'm saying is the scale that they presented will probably double this next year coming up.
That'll be fabulous. The speakers there were awesome. Just being able to network with the people there, and just anyone, even if they weren't creators and they were just there to check it out and, you know, enjoy, you know, the environment. It was a great time. So.
It was a great time. You get to meet people like this in person, okay? So that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to throw this out there, and I'm going to ask you, the first time you did something with someone on camera that was not your partner, what was that like?
Are you talking for content creation?
Yes.
Okay. It was fun. As I mentioned already before, I'm an exhibitionist. I bring the party wherever I go. So I've gone to hotel parties where everyone's kind of just mingling. I'm like, all right, I'm down. Let's get down to business.
And you want to be seen. I mean,
no, my
y'all
iridescent shirt.
I'm telling you, right? So yeah.
And so it was just kind of like second nature to me. But it was exciting to put it out there and get the reception from folks.
Sure.
Just to see, okay, was this what people are looking to see, or and just to try to figure out what angles and all that stuff. Right. Part of content creation is like, it's not that the shaky camera that my husband and I enjoyed, but you set something up and you try to make it a little bit more professional so that way people can kind of enjoy it. Right. Do you want it to be point of view? Do you want it to be, are you a fly on the wall kind of on the couch watching it happen, or whatever the case is? So
you'd be surprised though. Since COVID 2020, people have been doing like live stuff, and the mistakes are there. As a film person with the film degree, they train us to be A1 polished and professional.
Sure.
And since we couldn't get out and people were live camming on their phones, a baby walks in, it's cool. Dog walks in, people laugh. And the same with adult stuff.
Yes.
Something falls over, like, oh, keep going, keep going. People, sometimes they like mistakes. They do. There's a whole website dedicated to bloopers on set because they do happen.
Yes.
But nobody thinks about that.
Yeah.
But there are people wanting to see what happens, what goes wrong.
Right.
Oh, my God, that didn't happen. Oh, it came too fast. Shit happens.
It happens.
It happened. No one talks about that.
Yeah.
But bloopers actually work.
Right.
So, yeah, shaky camera, people want to watch it.
Sure. Yeah. And that's what I like about the content that we've curated. I say curated, but we've created. We don't do a lot of editing. We do some, because we get different angles and we want to make sure that, it makes sense, right?
Of course.
But it's more authentic, right? So I want people to be, feeling as if, all right, you're in one of these hotel parties or house parties or swinger parties or whatever with me, and you're experiencing what you would if you were in the same room with me. So,
well, first of all, you're unforgettable. So, if it happened, it's like, I'm not gonna forget that,
Right.
But it's cool to look back on the pictures and on the phone, and be like, yeah, I know exactly
Absolutely.
what happened. Hell yeah, run that back again, right when she grabbed her ankles. Yeah, look at this right
you
here.
ask your lady to do it, or whatever the case is.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
And
people.
I love getting feedback from my fans when it's couples that enjoy my content together, because
Yeah.
That's awesome, because a lot of times it's just guys, but there's women out there too that love to watch and enjoy it. And ladies, don't be afraid of your sexuality, because I would say that women are probably more sexual than guys are. We just
Yep.
are a little more afraid to express it.
Afraid.
Oh, or perhaps the society frowns upon women being a little bit more sexual.
They might do that in public, but they don't do that in private. I'll be
That's
the first
fair.
to tell you, man. All the
That's
freaks
fair.
come out at night, okay? The freaks come out at night. And yes, couples talk about it more than what you probably think or what you've
Yeah.
heard, because
Sure.
they do. It's just not out there in the mainstream as much, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
It's getting there. We looked at a segment to where the wife of a couple loved to see her husband with another man. And he says he's not gay. He's not bisexual, but it turns her on.
Sure.
His wife was damn good looking, but I'm like, I can't be married to you, sweetheart. There's certain things I'm not going to do in this marriage. And that's one of them. He makes damn good money.
Yeah.
They say the gay porn pays a lot. She's always on set watching because she loves it. She said, if you can watch two girls, I can watch two guys.
Yeah.
I'll say fair is fair, but I got to draw the line in the sand personally. Don't be calling me and asking me to be out down with some guy, okay? It's not going to work. It's not. I guess I'm not getting married to that woman, but...
Fair.
Thing is, though, some people do, and couples talked about that. I know of a couple that she said the same thing with her new husband. I want to see you go down on the man. He's like, nope. And she goes, oh, you men are so homophobic. Well, a lot of us are.
Yeah.
And the man sometimes doesn't want to be with a man, but she makes him do it, and they live really good, really a lot of money.
Yeah.
But she makes him do it, then he gets rewarded when he goes home.
Sure.
She's a damn good-looking woman, too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It make most men think, do I really want to? But I'm married to, but I don't do, but she's got.
Can be confusing sometimes.
Back to one. A camera, B camera, slate, blah, 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 blah. Scene 2. That's how some people get it. Oh, my God. Change my angle. Put it right back.
Oh, just in time.
No, that's on 25.
Oh.
Yeah. I did that purposely. Check, 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 check. So, when you're out there and you're doing these scenes with these people at the parties that we talked about, is it difficult to shoot them? I mean, because you're going to have like one or two camera angles. And who runs the camera and or cell phones when you do your productions?
Well, it depends, right? So depending if I'm with another creator, sometimes they'll have their significant other or somebody along with them to film. But if it's just me filming with somebody that's not a creator, or even another creator that may not be as comfortable with the setup, I have a 2-camera setup so I can get 2 different angles, and then we kind of splice it together at the end. I do try to get some point of view shots, but sometimes those get a little shaky. But sometimes that's good to kind of be be in the moment.
Kind of shaky. One hand on the camera and one hand, never mind.
Yep, on something else.
No, well, yeah, you know, we are shooting adult content here, okay? So
Absolutely.
That might be that. We're going to leave that to the fascination of your imagination.
Yes.
Leave it right there. Speaking of leaving it right there, give us your link so we can find you.
All right, yeah. So the best place to find me would be on X/Twitter, depending on how you know it. It would be at the L word Lauren, and I have capital L at the L word Lauren, and there I have a link tree. It has links to my Instagram, my Blue Sky, all my spicy content, and everything. So check me out.
One thing about Texas, we like things spicy down here, man. Put a little hot pepper jalapeno on it, man, and kick it up to another level.
Yeah.
My goodness. And I'm half Cajun, too, so I know about spicy. Trust me, I know about spicy,
yeah.
yo. Rawr, so. I want to thank you for being a part of this and coming over and doing what you do. And looking forward to having you next year doing another podcast and promoting you, because you guys make my job easier talking about what you do in the industry, and also to promote the holiday. And I always tell people when I end my shows, share our links. Sexdays.org. We're the only sex holiday on the planet. And it's not about porn all the time. We talk about safe sex. We talk about sex coaching. We talk about people who have counseling issues. I know 2 or 3 counselors here in the area, master's degrees in the study of sex. They want people that they can help, because you can't get through this by yourself. Men who are going through ED, there is hope for you. Women who've never orgasmed before, there is hope for you. It keeps your marriage or whatever situation you got going. Healthy sex is where it is, people. It's going to lead to healthy lives. Sex is healthy. Sex is also a physical thing. You know, it's almost like a workout. There's all these things that this taboo has got a bad rap for. We're trying to change the stigma by saying these things are natural, they're healthy, and they're people who are going to help you get through it. After all, a lot of marriages fail because people can't perform. It's not that they don't love you. They need a different spark. They need a different spice. They need to try something else. Get outside of the box. Whatever it is for your pleasure is what we're talking about. National Sex Day is all about it. With that being said, follow us on X, follow us on Blue Sky, follow us on FetLife. And when we're out at the expos, I'll be talking to you, and maybe this Pearl will be there with me too.
I hope so.
Because she's invited, y'all. I'm telling you. They don't come out of the sea no better than this. This Pearl is cultured, okay? If you're a jewelry person, you know what I'm talking about.
All right.
There
Well,
we go.
until next time, Lest.
We'll see you next time, people. Be good. That should cover it right there. I'm pretty sure it will be. Yes, that's what I wanted.
You're like, oh, dang, I didn't push play.